Hello, welcome to The Update. I'm Susie Thompson. A 31-year-old man will remain behind bars until January after being charged over the alleged murder of his parents. The man and woman were found dead inside their Western Sydney takeaway shop on Saturday. Their son's lawyer says he will ask corrective services to conduct a mental health assessment before he faces court again next year.
Every accused deserves representation. Every accused deserves to be in the justice system.
Meantime, a 21-year-old man has been charged with murdering a woman north of Perth, also believed to be his mother. Police were called to a home in Geraldton after receiving reports of screaming from neighbours. He's due in court later this month. Authorities in Laos have arrested another 3 employees of the hostel where methanol poisoning claimed the lives of 2 Melbourne women. Investigations into the source of the outbreak are ongoing and no charges have been laid. 6 backpackers, including Holly Bowles and Bianca Jones, died in the incident. A third Australian who fell ill has now returned home. Queensland's Premier has defended his government's adult crime, adult time legislation following criticism from the United Nations. The bill is expected to be passed in state parliament by Christmas, fulfilling an election pledge. The UN has raised concerns about the proposed laws, claiming they violate human rights and disputes they'll make Queensland safer. But David Crisafulli says the UN isn't seeing the big picture.
To look at only one part of a system to try and repair what is a broken youth justice system, I think would be unfair. We have campaigned on reversing a decade of weak laws that have led to an increase year on year on youth crime.
Storms have seen more than a dozen people rescued from flash flooding across Sydney. Some suburbs saw 24 millimetres of rainfall in just half an hour and wind gusts up to 90 kilometres per hour, prompting hundreds of calls for help. Residents in southeast Queensland will also be assessing storm damage this morning. Several areas in Brisbane and the Gold Coast have been flooded.
There was a handful of locations in the southeast that saw their wettest December day in around 20 years.
That's Shane Kennedy from the Bureau of Meteorology. Sport and entertainment are next. In sport, it's been a huge weekend. Bryce Cotton has bagged the highest number of individual points in a single NBL game. The Wildcats beat New Zealand 123 points to 112, and Cats star Cotton nabbed a massive 59 of those to claim the record. The Melbourne Renegades have won their first WBBL title with a 7-run win over Brisbane Heat, while the Prime Minister's 11 has lost by 6 wickets to India in Canberra. South Korea's Ji Shin has won the Women's Australian Golf Open, carding 17 under par, 3 shots clear of runner-up Ashley Buhai. While in the men's, America's Riggs Johnston has won at 18 under, 3 shots clear of Australia's Curtis Luck. And the Matildas have suffered their second loss in a week to Brazil, going down 2-1 on the Gold Coast. In entertainment news, Days of Our Lives and Dynasty star Wayne Northrop has died at the age of 77. He was diagnosed with Alzheimer's 6 years ago and had been living in an assisted living facility for people in the film industry. And Ellen DeGeneres and Portia de Rossi are celebrating 20 years together. And that is the latest from the Nova podcast team. We'll see you later on for another update. I'm Susie Thompson.